Hey, Scott. My name is Don McIntyre. I've been following your work for a couple of months now. I've been watching your shorts and learning the tools. And until recently, I thought I might sign up for the upcoming retreat. But frankly, I think I've learned the tools well enough myself that I could do it on my own.
Good to meet you, Dawn. And I'm glad you're resonating with the work. But can I ask you a question?
You certainly can.
Do you by chance have avoidant attachment style? We find that many of those who do, when they try to pick up the tools of repression inquiry, are learning a bypass and not effectively doing the work in the way it was developed.
Well, I'm not even sure what you just said, but let me just say that I really love what you and that Dan guy, who's a handsome devil, by the way, have developed. It's really great stuff.
That's great, Don. And did you know that sometimes praise and flattery can be coming from unresolved emotional repression? So I'm just wondering if you could be in a bypass by trying to do the work on your own. That's very common with avoidance.
Okay, again, I'm having a hard time understanding what you're saying. And I'm not feeling heard here. I don't know if I feel comfortable with the way that this conversation is going.
I do hear you, Don. But when avoidance bypass repressed emotions by believing they're not being heard, all I can do is keep asking them if they recognize they're bypassing by trying to do the work on their own.
It literally feels like you're speaking Mandarin Chinese to me right now. Could you say everything that you just said but slower and louder?
What I'm saying, Don, is we may be able to help support you in becoming skillful with the tools at the upcoming retreat.
Well, money's actually really tight right now. I just bought my wife a Pontiac Aztec and an ocelot, which is like a bigger cat that screams instead of meowing. It's terrifying at 3 a.m. But really, I just don't know if I have the time.
Well, Don, it sounds like you're talking yourself out of the work, which is the number one job of our emotional repression. Do you want to hear any more about the main bypass of the avoidant attachment style? You've just witnessed the main bypass of the avoidant attachment style, disappearing or never showing up. If you're like Don and you sabotage your own practice or path, we've created a course where you can actually now learn and do 3D repression inquiry on your own. If you haven't caught on to this work, this may be the reason why. In the comments below, you'll see the details.